Picture an early 80s punk band. Now, imagine them rewriting nursery rhymes, but they are only allowed to use toy instruments.
Which sounds like a complete joke, right?
Yeah, totally. But it's actually the blueprint for one of the most bizarre musical experiments we've ever looked at. So welcome to today's deep dive. We are cracking open the notes on this album called Trias by a creator named JJ.
Right, and our mission for you today is to figure out how stripping music down to its absolute barest bones can somehow make it, infinitely more compelling.
Exactly. So to really grasp what JJ is doing here, we have to look back at the project's roots, which are firmly planted in 1981 Germany.
Yeah, because Trias is a direct spin on the debut record by this band called Trio. They were pioneers of the Neue Deutsche Welle.
The German New Wave, right.
Exactly. And they basically invented this incredibly minimal, bare-bones synth-punk sound.
Right. And Trio sang in a mix of German and English.
Yeah.
We're talking incredibly straightforward lyrics, like literally just singing Anna, Anna, oh, Anna.
Oh, yeah. Very simple stuff. But JJ takes that template and just, drives it straight off a cliff. On Trias, every single vocal track is delivered entirely in ancient Latin.
Okay, wait, let's unpack that for a second.
Why?
Latin. I mean, is pairing this deadpan avant-pop sound with a literal dead language just the ultimate form of musical irony?
Well, there is definitely a massive dose of irony there, but JJ is actually using Latin for a very specific functional reason.
Oh, really? Like what?
By using a language that the vast majority of listeners just won't understand, the creator forces this hard reset on how you process the music.
Ah, I get it. Because your brain can't latch onto a narrative.
Precisely. It can't find meaning, so it routes that audio straight to the rhythm processing purse of your brain instead. You literally stop hearing words and start hearing percussion.
Wow, so he eliminated the language barrier by basically eliminating language itself.
Yeah, but he didn't stop at the lyrics, He took a sledgehammer to the instrumentation, too.
Right. When we say pure minimalism here, we mean pure, unadulterated minimalism. Like, there is absolutely no bass guitar on this entire album.
None at all. The low end is practically non-existent, and the instruments that are there are just incredibly bare.
We're talking about a thin, slightly out-of-tune toy keyboard, right?
Yep. That and some very sparse electric guitar chords, plus a totally dry, unswung drum machine.
Wait, hold on. Let's clarify that for the non-musicians listening. What exactly does dry and unswung mean in this context?
Good question. It means the drum beats are rigidly locked onto a grid. There are no studio effects, no reverb, and absolutely zero human groove or swing to the rhythm.
So it's just perfectly mechanical.
Exactly mechanical.
Yeah.
And JJ leaves massive pockets of silence in between these rigid beats. Pauses are literally written into the score as if they were notes themselves.
Which brings us to the vocals. It's this flat, half-spoken, almost bored male delivery.
Oh, totally deadpan.
I have to be honest. Listening to a flat, monotone voice over a cheap toy keyboard with zero bass sounds completely unbearable to me. How is this not just an alienating, unlistenable mess?
Well, it comes down to how your brain loves predictability. With no complex chord progressions and that ruthlessly strict tempo, your mind just locks into the repetition.
Okay, I can see that. But what about the monotone voice?
Since that delivery has almost zero melodic range, it doesn't distract you. It actually functions as just another piece of the drum kit.
Like a shaker or a snare drum or something.
Yeah, exactly. The repetition actually bypasses the alienation and goes straight into hypnosis.
And that hypnotic trance must be why JJ is so specific about how you're supposed to consume this album.
Oh yeah, he has very strict instructions.
Right, because it clocks in at 1 hour and 14 minutes, and he insists it is optimally listened to in one single sitting.
It's basically an immersive endurance test. JJ recommends either putting on a really good set of headphones or just cranking your stereo loud enough that a flash mob randomly gathers in your front yard.
For what he calls a neighborly robot shuffle. Right. I love that so much.
It's hilarious, but it perfectly captures the weird magic of this project.
Yeah, because despite the deadpan mood and the absolute lack of studio polish, the source notes emphasize that this album remains surprisingly catchy.
It really is. It is full of playful pop hooks.
Yeah.
It's just a brilliant example of how limitation fosters innovation.
Definitely.
By removing all those traditional anchors we expect in pop music, like the driving bass line, relatable lyrics, the studio sheen, the creator had to find a totally different backdoor way to make you tap your foot.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now? I mean, whether you're catching up on avant-garde art or just hunting for creative inspiration to break out of a rut, Trias is a masterclass.
It absolutely is. It shows how extreme limitations, like ditching the bass entirely and using toy instruments, can breed something totally unique.
Exactly. It fundamentally challenges our assumptions about what pieces are actually required to make art function.
Which is such a powerful concept to take away from this.
Right, which leaves us with this mull over today. If completely stripping away the bass, the groove, and even accessible language makes a song more hypnotic, it really makes you wonder.
Wonder what?
What other essential parts of our daily media could we remove to actually make us pay closer attention?